All right. 75 hard day 2. Officially done. Got my reading done last night. Didn't get much sleep last night. I said this yesterday, but I started this improv class, so I had to be there at 10 a.m. this morning. It's currently 1:41 a.m. And so I only got like 4 hours of sleep. Just under that, I think. By the time I got up and walked my dog and whatever. But yeah, it was good. Definitely outside my comfort zone. Definitely learning. And I think like that's what this is all about. Is really just like taking accountability and responsibility for my life and for my ambition, taking action towards my ambition and changing it up, getting myself out of my comfort zone. I saw this post recently that really resonated with me, and it was like, you're not worried about what other people are thinking about you. You don't care what other people are thinking about you. You're thinking about what you think other people are thinking about you. It has nothing to actually do with them. And, just like the other perspective of just like how fucking finite this shit is and how fucking irrelevant it is. I don't know. I had my Kabbalah class. That was good. Some spiritual wisdom. And, I made a beat, put an hour of music in, not including listening to Ryan Tedder on the And the Writer Is podcast. And then this morning at the gym, that was on my second workout. I walked outside for 45 minutes with Cody. And then this morning at the gym, I listened to Nick D on the Manager's Playbook podcast. So lots of learning today, lots of growth. Got my 10 pages in. Currently, I'm reading The E-Myth, The Entrepreneur Myth. I'm really enjoying that book. I might read in bed. Ryan Tedder talked about Hero Dreams of Sushi as a documentary he recommended to his kids. So I want to check that out for sure. So I might watch that in bed, but also might not. Might just read, get to sleep, but I forgot I have a fucking Quest appointment, and I've been putting that off for months, bro. Weeks, if not months. And so I really want to try to hit that tomorrow. I want to get a workout in before that. I'm going to try to fast through it. And then the goal tomorrow is 2 hours of music. I'm just thinking I probably won't clean Cody. I have to clean him. He's getting older and he's just got some skin shit, so I have to bathe him once a week, and sometimes it's twice a week. Anyway, there's only so many hours in the day. I'm lucky that my apartment building has dog bath area, so that's been helpful, but that closes at 10, so it's not like I could just do it, when I get home from work or whatever. But I got work tomorrow, gotta be there at 6, and then I want to get 2 hours of music work done. What I've been doing, one of the things that I learned from the Nick D podcast is he was buying fucking $50 exclusive beats. And I've uploaded my beats on BeatStars and shit. I've never sold one beat. And so I'm now have exclusive beats available on my beat store. Because I make beats I've shown them before, but I've made 2,700 beats. 2,711 beats, and I haven't uploaded them all to beat stores. I have not tried to sell them. I've strictly made them for the love of the craft, and for me to make songs to. Sometimes if I don't make songs to them, I send them to other artists, but a lot of times they just sit on my hard drive or whatever, and I figure I might as well sell them to put the extra 10 minutes into uploading them to YouTube and BeatStars. Like I said, I haven't sold any, so I think just building that catalog up, and then right now they're listed for $100 for exclusives. I put in the contract I'll get 5% of the master and then 50% of the publishing, but they'll get the exclusive rights. I'm not going to lease it out to anybody else, so we'll see how that goes. But it's pretty cheap, $100 exclusive. especially for someone who's fucking been doing this for a while. But like I said, I haven't sold any beats, so it's like, let me sell a few at 100 and then I'll raise my prices. And also I wouldn't mind that extra income at this point. You know, it's not like the beats are selling, so fuck it. Abundance. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm grateful. I feel good. You know, despite not getting a ton of sleep last night. I had a coffee when I went to my class this morning. And then got home and I was pretty tired, not gonna lie. And then fucking had some pre-workout. My shit got delivered. Got the shirt. It's kind of tight, bro. I cleaned it already. It's kind of tight, but it's just like it's like, all right, bro, let's lose the weight so it's not so tight. And then yeah, here's the back. I don't know, I just wanted to, it's my birthday coming up, so I want to get myself something. I also got myself these mics. I kind of splurged. I'm 28 in what? It's the 5th, so 15 days, 2 weeks. It's crazy. And I had the same mic for fucking 10 years, so yeah. And then I got myself these. But this, a hoodie, and then another shirt and some protein powder and some fucking pre-workout. From First Form, from Andy, the guy who created 75 Hard, so yeah, man, I don't know. I think recently I was kind of resentful. And Ryan Tedder said something in the podcast that was gems, which is he felt very, like, fucking hurt, you know? Like, he made so many songs and was promised so many things over the years, and he had thought about quitting. And he's like, the way that I combat that is always have the next thing ready. And Stephen Pressfield, the author, talks about this a lot, War of Art and Turning Pro. And he says, you know, like, I think Ryan Holiday too, but like, I start the next book before I finish the first one. And I think it's just a good practice so you don't get so consumed with the results of the thing because you're already focused on the next thing that you're doing. So I think that's a good, you know, for me in my head too, I know this is a 6-week course for Groundlings. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it. My goal is not to be an improv comedian, but I wanted to push myself out of my comfort zone and kind of enhance my skills with storytelling and character development to ultimately apply to content and world building. And what was I going to say? I was about to say something. Jiu-jitsu is something that I want to get back into. And so I might start that up. You know, so it's like I'm excited. I'm not like going to be stuck after this ends because I feel like I'm excited. You know, tomorrow's Wednesday. And I feel like I'm going into tomorrow excited for Thursday, you know, for class. I got a session Friday with Ethan. That was kind of a takeaway I had earlier this week too, Monday or Sunday night. Just like, bro, just hit people up, do sessions. I think I need to be around people collaborating, but I also need to sit down and not depend on other people to get my fucking shit done. So yeah, I mean, it's really just baby steps. That's really what this is. Like, it's not like anything crazy has gone on between yesterday and today, but, you know, what will be tricky for me is I think I'm going to go to Phoenix later this month there's a 3-day camp. I'm going to just do 2 days with Bungalow in Phoenix, and it will be tricky to do 75 Hard during that. But, you know, like, that will be cool to document. So it is, you know, it is really easy to bite off more than we can chew. There's only so many hours a day. There's only so much energy. And, like, I think that's where it's, like, really important to try to prioritize myself. And, like, first thing I wake up, you know, get to the gym and then get my work done before I got to go to my W-2 work. So that's kind of the priority. I'm proud of myself, bro. I took fucking over a week off from making beats. Unintentionally, just I did. And I'm like 3 days in a row, consistent. It's only 3 days. Like I said, this is only day 2. So I'm not going to be proud of like anything other than what I've earned, what I've completed so far, which is 2 days of this challenge. And so, yeah, man, I feel good. And yeah, we're taking it day by day, here and now, present, making the most of what we got. I have a couple songs for November that I could do. I was recently listening to a bunch of demos that I have just from over the years. None are like mastered, but just kind of listening to the Nick D thing. It's like, bro, like let's be, and reading this book, The E-Myth, is kind of like, you start connecting dots as you start just hearing different, gaining information and applying yourself and taking action, I guess. Just from how I'm reflecting on this last 24 hours at least, which is what this is. And, reading the E-Myth, I'm only 55 pages in, but he's like, there's three, when you're starting a business, whether it's a cupcake business or whatever, there's the entrepreneur, the visionary, there's the technician, the motherfucker that does the thing, makes the cupcakes, makes the music, and then there's the manager. And the reason most businesses fail is they don't acknowledge that all three are essential, and you need to be able to shift. I think Tedder's a great example of this. Like, he can turn off fucking business mode and go creative fucking genius, and then he can go, all right, song's done. Like, I'm done making, I'm done creating and playing like a kid. Now it's time to like business this shit. Let me network or like call my people at whatever he needs to do. So like, I say that to say that like for me, entrepreneurs like, oh, it's like we need to act, we need to bring it back down to earth, ground it, and take action. The technician needs to do the fucking work, but it can't just be that. It can't just be making beats and songs, because there's no business growth there. There's skill development, but to make this a lucrative thing, it's like, let's try new things, whether it's BeatStars or, maybe it's sending 5 DMs to artists, which is something that I want to potentially start doing, Write that down as an idea for today. A challenge for myself. Send 5 DMs to artists with beat store link. I don't know. Yeah. And so, yeah, I think like the manager needs to manage the content. I think that's like the biggest thing that needs to get managed right now. And so that's on my agenda tomorrow. We're going to do 2 hours music, 2 hours content. And go out and just film it, I have such resistance towards it. But I think that's a big thing, is like just turn off the entrepreneur and turn off the fucking technician. They can come back if like once we have acted on the job that needs to get done and they have ideas that contribute. Other than that, they're not welcome. There's a time and place. And I just think that way of looking at it really helped. Instead of just like self-discipline, it's like, yeah, for sure, but easier said than done, when you really don't want to do something. So anyway, I'll see you 24 hours or so. I'm going to really try to get as much 75 hard and as much of my daily habits done. I'm also 2 for 2 with my daily habits, which I'm really proud of as well. Which is pretty much just an extension of 75 hard, just a couple more things, like posting 5 short form videos, an hour of music a day. These are all things that are like, duh, but I just haven't been doing them. It's also like, it's just, like I said, following my ambition with action. I think that's like a big thing that creatives struggle with, is when it comes down time to creating, it's like, fuck yeah, let's go. You can get obsessed, but there's so much more to the business of entrepreneurship, which is what this is, than just making dope shit. That is like such a crucial part. It is the foundation that everything lies on. But if you just have a bunch of wood set up for a building or a house, it doesn't mean it's a fucking house, you know? And I think, like, you know, it's putting the fucking tiles. It's like, I don't know if the analogy makes sense, but day 2 complete. That is it. Yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. It's 1:56. I want to get up at 10. So I think I'm going to try to wrap it. I might make like a little beat real quick just because I'm in the mood. Like, fuck it. And then, yeah, we got work and shit. But yeah, you know, I think putting stuff on the calendar that I'm excited for too is huge. Allows me to not get stuck, you know, allows me, and then just building that momentum, you know. Whether it's the bungalow session, or it's a session with Ethan on Friday, or it's the idea of doing jiu-jitsu, or it's, you know, tomorrow's Friday, and then the next day, Thursday morning, I got class again. Like, it's just putting things on the calendar to be excited about, and beyond the fucking boring shit. Because that's, I think, where I struggle, and I'm gonna wrap it up, but like, that's where I think I felt myself getting stuck, is like, you know, I'd wake up, I'd hit the gym, I'd go to work. If I had time, I'd work on music before work. Some days I would not work out or do work on my shit, and I would wake up and just go straight to work. And then I'm like exhausted and drained after work. And then I wake up, you know, hit the gym, get some work done. And I just felt like it was like, bro, what the fuck? You just get, you know, that is the job, is show up every fucking day. You know, a plumber doesn't fucking not show up to fucking get shit out of a toilet because he doesn't feel like it, you know? It's like, be a fucking plumber, bro. And go fucking unclog the pipes. You know? Oh, I have writer's block. Unclog the fucking pipes, right? It's like advice I need to fucking hear. It's a lot easier to make a fucking beat and use some splice loops and shit than just fucking sit down and write. So I'm gonna write some shit. I'm gonna get some water. I have some water here. Making excuses. I'm gonna go pee though, and then I think we're good to go for tomorrow with everything on the calendar and journal and everything. So I'm gonna post this, and then I'm gonna write, and then hit the hay. Appreciate you if you watch this. As always, keep going. Yeah, man. I just think this would be cool to look back on, and just hopefully inspire some people. That's really like, I want to prove to myself that I can do it, you know, like first and fucking foremost. And I know a byproduct of that is inspiration, influence, and impact. And, you know, I think with that comes success, like external validation. I think true success is something I'm realizing too, is like, for me, is not just having wealth. I don't want to be fat and rich. I'd rather be fat and rich than fat and broke, but like, that's not success to me. You know, it's holistic, it's internal. And it doesn't mean I can never fucking have a donut again or like enjoy. It's like, no, but right now, that's not who we are right now. You know? Yeah. Keep the faith and act on the ambition. I think that's a big thing too. It's like resentment and negative energy comes out when it's like you have this energy of ambition, and that's where anxiety comes in. It's like, bro, it doesn't go anywhere. It just sits. Anyway, that's it. Keep fucking going. See you tomorrow. Peace.